Diana Ross, a star is born in Detroit. Before fame had a face, before Motown had a name, Detroit had a rhythm. Factories breathed, streets sang. In 1944, Diana Ernestine Ross was born into a world shaped by discipline, migration, and hope. Music was everywhere, in church pews, radios, and neighborhood windows. No one knew she would change popular culture forever, but the city was already teaching her how to endure, how to listen, how to rise. Brewster Douglas dreams. The Brewster Douglas housing projects were not glamorous, but they were alive. Here Diana learned elegance wasn't about wealth, it was about presence. She sang with friends, practiced relentlessly, studied beauty and posture as seriously as melody. Even then she understood something rare. Talent could get you noticed, but intention would take you further. Becoming the Supremes. Before the crown, there was rejection. Auditions that went nowhere. Promises that stalled. But persistence sharpened the group. When Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, and Diana Ross became the Supremes, something clicked. Their sound was polished. Their image was revolutionary. They weren't just singing love songs. They were crossing boundaries America hadn't yet learned how to name. The Supremes ruled the world, hit after hit, city after city. The Supremes became the most successful female group in history, but success brought pressure. Perfection became mandatory. Diana's role expanded. Lead vocals, spokesperson, visual focus. She carried the group's global image, smiling through exhaustion, learning how to command a room without ever appearing to try. Center stage. As the spotlight narrowed, tensions grew. Leadership isn't given. It's assigned, often without consent. Diana's voice became the signature sound of Motown's crossover ambition. She was learning power in real time, how to hold it, how to survive it, and how to remain gracious while being blamed for it. The departure. Leaving the Supremes wasn't betrayal, it was evolution. In 1970, Diana Ross stepped into the unknown. She carried public judgment, private doubt, and extraordinary confidence. The risk was enormous, but Diana had learned something early. Growth requires discomfort, and she was ready to grow alone, a solo voice. Her solo career arrived fully formed. This wasn't a former group member searching for relevance. This was an artist stepping into clarity. Songs felt warmer, closer, more personal. Diana Ross no longer performed perfection. She performed connection, becoming Billie Holiday. Lady Sings the Blues demanded vulnerability over glamour. Playing Billie Holiday cracked something open. Diana exposed pain, addiction, love, and fragility. Critics were stunned. Audiences were changed. The performance earned her an Academy Award nomination and proved her artistry wasn't limited to the stage. It lived wherever truth was required. Reinvention through sound. The 70s shifted culture, and Diana moved with it. Disco wasn't escapism, it was release. Love Hangover, The Boss, Upside Down. She embraced rhythm, fashion, freedom. While others chased trends, Diana defined them. She wasn't aging, she was expanding. Mother, icon, woman. Behind the lights was a mother raising 5 children. Balancing love, work, and expectation required a different strength. Diana navigated relationships, heartbreak, and responsibility while remaining one of the most visible women in the world. Her glamour never erased her humanity. It masked how much she carried. The art of endurance. Decades passed. New stars emerged. Diana remained. She adapted without apology, collaborated without desperation, and performed without nostalgia. Longevity became her quiet rebellion. She didn't freeze herself in an era. She lived through all of them. Influence without permission. Diana Ross shaped what pop stardom looks like before the language existed to describe it. Fashion, feminine power, Black visibility, emotional restraint, and emotional honesty. Her influence echoes through artists who never met her but learned from her silhouette. Still Diana. She walks on stage, not as a memory but as presence. The voice remains. The posture remains. The command remains. Diana Ross is not history. She is continuity. A life lived in music, still unfolding. Please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you. Let's continue. Diana Ross has given back to the community throughout her career through philanthropy, supporting various charitable causes, and using her platform to foster social change. Key ways Diana Ross gives back include philanthropic support. She has supported causes including HIV/AIDS research, poverty alleviation, and arts education. Charitable organizations. She is associated with and has supported organizations such as the Elton John AIDS Foundation, Autism Movement Therapy, and the Celebrity Fight Night Foundation. Supporting grassroots music. In 2025, it was announced that Diana Ross would be among the artists donating £1 per ticket from her tour to the Live Trust, which supports the grassroots music sector. Direct contributions. She previously funded the construction of a children's playground in New York's Central Park. Humanitarian efforts. She participated in the 1985 We Are the World, USA for Africa project to combat famine. Performances for charity. She is set to headline the City of Hope Orange County's 2025 Promises of Hope Gala to support cancer research and treatment, empowerment and representation. As a pioneering Black female artist, she has broken barriers, providing inspiration and acting as a role model for future generations, including within the LGBTQ+ community. Note, there is a distinction in the search results between the singer Diana Ross and a separate individual named Diana Ross, who is the executive director at the Mid-City Community Advocacy Network. The information above refers to the singer/entertainer Diana Ross. Diana Ross is performing live in 2026, featuring a series of concerts in the United States. She is scheduled for a Las Vegas residency at the Encore Theater at Wynn from February 12th to 15th, 2026, followed by dates in Temecula, CA on February 17th, and Chandler, AZ on February 20th to 21st, 2026. Key 2026. Performance details: Las Vegas residency, Encore Theater at Wynn, February 12th, 14th, 15th. Additional dates: Temecula, February 17th, Chandler, February 20th to 21st. Tour name/theme: Diana in Motion/Celebrating Timeless Classics. New Year's performance: she kicked off 2026 with a performance on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. Tickets for these 2026 dates are available through Ticketmaster and SeatPick. Diana Ross has been in the music business for over 65 years, with her professional career beginning in 1959 as a founding member of the Primettes, later the Supremes. She launched a highly successful solo career in 1970 and continues to perform and record, including releasing the album Thank You in 2021. Career beginnings: joined the Primettes in 1959 at age 15, which became the Supremes in 1960. Motown era: achieved 12 #1 hits with the Supremes before departing in 1970. Solo career: launched in 1970 with the hit Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Longevity: still performing as of 2025, touring the UK with an orchestra. Diana Ross is recognized as one of the most successful female artists of all time, with a career spanning over 6 decades. Diana Ross is widely considered one of the biggest and most influential Black female singers of all time, often hailed as the Queen of Motown and a pioneer for Black artists in pop music. While she has over 100 million records sold and immense historical, chart-topping success, other artists like Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, and Beyoncé are also top contenders for the title based on different metrics like total record sales, vocal prowess, or cultural impact. Chart success. As a lead singer of the Supremes and a solo artist, Ross achieved 18 #1 hits on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. Cultural impact. She was named Female Entertainer of the Century by Billboard and was a major crossover artist, breaking barriers in the 1960s and 1970s. Alternative top contenders. Whitney Houston, recognized as the best-selling Black female artist of the 20th century, with over 220 million records sold. Aretha Franklin, often cited as the greatest female soul singer. Beyoncé, holds the record for the most Grammy wins. While Diana Ross is unparalleled in her historical significance as a Motown trailblazer, determining the single biggest is subjective, as different eras and metrics, chart hits versus vocal talent versus total sales, elevate different legendary artists.